Congratulations! Good morning! Welcome to day 7 of the 7-day breakfast challenge. You made it. If you're watching this video, that means you're onto something. You've gotten this far. Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. One more breakfast to cook, essentially. And day 7-1. So in case you're a little bit sick of this soupy, congee, porridge-like breakfast, if it's not exactly your thing yet, I'm giving you another option for a different recipe today, a different type of breakfast. Today we're going to have pancakes, and these pancakes are delicious and super healthy. They have buckwheat roast. So, it's starting to rain outside. Maybe you're going to hear the pouring rain in the background of my video, and that's okay. I've turned my camera around today so you can see my face properly. The outside window is in front of me, so now, just changing our perspective sometimes allows us to have what we need, light. So, on that note, hopefully you've soaked your grains overnight. If you soak them overnight and then you're going to cook them in the morning, you won't have time to sprout them. If you allow yourself to soak them ahead of time, maybe the day before or the night before, you can leave your grains in a flat container, like the ones I've been showing you. These nice glass ones work best, but a nice flat container, leaving your grains with just a little bit of layer on the bottom, and they will eventually sprout. Again, it depends on the value and how good your grains actually are in order for how quickly they will sprout. If they don't sprout right now in this process of making this breakfast challenge, that's okay too. It's all part of the game. Have fun. Important. So today's breakfast is actually very easy. We just have our prepared grains, whether or not they're sprouted or not, but they've definitely been soaked and rinsed properly. Put them in your blender with all the other ingredients on the list, and it will be your batter. You don't need any other flour. It's going to be super delicious, super yummy. If it seems like your batter's a little bit runny at first, just give it a few minutes, because we've added flaxseed in the batter, and flaxseed takes a few minutes usually to get a little bit of a thicker consistency. So just give it a bit. If after 5 minutes it still seems like it's too runny for your preference or for what you feel like pancakes should be, just add a little bit more flaxseed, ground up flaxseed or flax meal. Just be careful for how much you add, because if you go too much over, you're going to need to add more milk, because it's going to soak up. The rain's really pouring here. So through this recipe, I actually got 11 pancakes, and they're all about this big, so quite a good size, depending on what size you want, but you're definitely going to be able to feed 3 people, maybe 4, depending on how much you eat or who's eating with you. Super delicious. So for me, I'm the only one going to have these pancakes today. The ones I'm going to save, I'm going to have a good breakfast for myself tomorrow. So also, we have on this recipe for today, you can make yourself your own camote, or compote, or a kind of jam. So you're welcome to use store-bought jam, but store-bought jam is actually usually having too much sugar and extra preservatives that we don't need in there. And of course, unless you're buying organic jam, you're going to be dealing with also inorganic quality of the products in there. So best is if you make homemade products, then you know what you're putting in. You can make it as sweet as you like. So for this one, we have some berries and water, sugar, and salt. Really not a lot. And just stirring it in the oven on a saucepan. You can do it while you're making your pancake. So it takes about 10 minutes. Each pancake, just cooking that through, stirring your capote on the side, and then you have your nice fresh sweet like jam. And there's also a chocolate syrup that you're welcome to make if you want as well. Again, you can buy these kinds of things, but 9 times out of 10 what we buy on the store shelf is really not benefiting our body. It's usually doing more harm than good. So if you can get into the habit of trying to make a couple of these things and having the recipes available for you, that would be great. Even if you don't make it this challenge to make the chocolate syrup or the capote, you have the recipe. You can always come back to it for something healthy for you and your family. Same kind of thing for the chocolate syrup. Whisking or blending all the ingredients together. Let it sit for a bit. You can chill it for a few minutes, and then it gets a little bit thicker consistency, and drizzle it over top of your pancakes. And for when you make the pancakes, we go back a step. If you haven't made pancakes before, you're going to want to pour the batter on a non-stick pan. key there. If you have a stick pan, you're gonna really have a hard time to deal with that. You can use oil underneath, but cooking with oil is not the best thing. If you do, I would suggest coconut oil because it has the highest breaking point or smoke point for heating and cooking with. However, if you can have a non-stick pan for this breakfast, it would be best. When you put your pancake batter down, after a few minutes of it being, you can just have it on a low temperature. There's going to be some little bubbles that start to come up through the pancakes. When there's bubbles that are pretty consistently coming up through the whole part of your pancake, flip it over, and then a few more seconds, 10 seconds or so, and then it's ready. It's an easy peasy breakfast, and it's so simple, just like all the ones that we've created through this beautiful breakfast challenge. I really hope that you found some good information for yourself from this breakfast challenge, and that you will try your hardest to incorporate some of these beautiful tips for yourself, because I truly feel better after I started changing my breakfast and eating this way, and I want to share this information with you and help you to feel healthier as well. So here's my finished product for today. I also added a little bit of goji berries on the top of mine. I sprinkled a little bit of hemp seeds as well. And I also put a little bit of yogurt on each pancake because I had some in the fridge, and why not? Why not? It's good stuff that we all need to have. So on that note, I'm going to let you go so you can start cooking your breakfast, your 7-day. I hope you enjoyed this breakfast challenge. My name is Lori Voss-Hulukawa, founder of Create, Play, Grow Out of the Box Living, coming to you here from Manila, Philippines on this beautiful rainy morning on our day 7 from the Creative Kitchen. If you have anything you would like to share with me about how this breakfast has been for you, the challenge has shifted you or been difficult for you, or how, if you've been feeding it to your family or your friends, would share breakfast with you, how anybody else has enjoyed or potentially disliked, let me know. You can send me a message at createPlayGrowToday@gmail.com. You can write a comment or subscribe, like these videos that you're watching. You can also find me on Facebook at Create, Play, Grow Out of the Box Living. And also there's another one on Facebook called Creative Kitchen, where you can also find beautiful tips for your cooking needs. Thank you so much for taking part in this challenge. Well done, and we will be in touch in the near future. All the best. Thank you.